What's up, people? Welcome back to the Epic Vision podcast. I'm Jojo, even your host, and today we are here at the Tameside Creative Network's end of year event, and it's happening live at the Nico Ditch. I'm taking you inside with me. We are going to meet real creatives, hear why they showed up, and get a glimpse of the community that's pushing Tameside's creative scene forward. Come along. Am I first?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, hello. I'm okay.
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How
Good.
are you?
I'm all right. All right.
Good to see you.
Lovely to see you too.
My name's Matt. I'm a DJ, technician, all around kind of general pair set of hands for projects.
Yeah.
I'm here to make some friends.
Nice one.
My name's Lisa. I'm here today to meet lots of creatives, see what's going on in Tameside.
Yeah.
Excited to learn more. I'm curious of what goes on and want to be a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just love using it now.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
Hi, I'm Martha. I'm a local artist. I'm here tonight to meet other artists, hang out and have a drink.
I'm Kyla Brox. I'm a singer, so I just thought it'd be nice to come and network with some fellow creatives in Tameside.
Nice, brilliant. Wow.
Hi, I'm Freya. I'm an artist. I'm here because I've wanted to come to Tameside Creative Network thing for a while, and also I've got some art in the exhibition, so I thought it was a good excuse to come for the first time.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. And that's your work, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Can you tell us a bit about your work?
So I've been really interested recently in the relationship between textiles and technology, and a lot of these works are just me thinking about how I feel about technology and just about the speed of the world that technology has brought, and how by doing stitch and making little tiny stabs in fabric can feel like slowing down and fighting against that.
Brilliant. It's amazing. Oh, thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Aisha. I'm here today just to sort of network and meet some new people.
Yeah.
I do a bit of photography and I'm just trying to build my confidence and sort of get there and see what Tameside has to offer.
Great. Thank you so much.
My name's Alex. I'm an illustrator and graphic designer, and I'm here with my partner as a support / hype man.
Great. And why do you think spaces like this are important for artists?
Because there's not really massive arty spaces
Yeah.
in Tameside. Everything's really focused on Manchester City Centre or St Trafford.
Yeah.
Or, like Salford.
Yeah.
Like there's loads of art spaces and spaces in those sorts of areas, but
Yeah.
there's not really as much over here. And I think it's really important because I would consider Tameside to maybe be a lower socio-economically developed area in comparison to other parts of Manchester. And it just means that everybody has access to a space, not just people that can afford to have access to a space.
Yeah.
So my name's Jamie and I'm here to celebrate, I guess, the end of the year with the Tameside Creative Network.
So thank you for having the arty Christmas knees up here. It's an honour to meet so many creatives from the area. So yeah, welcome to the Nico Ditch. We are the Nico Ditch. You opened the Nico Ditch. Give everybody a bit of context. This is Dean.
Yeah, so we've been here about maybe a year and a half now, and this is our third exhibition. So what I really love about having an art space like this within a bar is you get people who might not necessarily go to the established galleries, and what they will do though is come for a drink in a bar and they'll think, oh, what's that upstairs? And then they'll walk up and they'll have an experience, and whether they like it or not, and they're engaged in the art. That's what I really like about it. We also are putting on quite a lot of very different events and stuff. So we're regularly calling out to people who want to have ideas or want to submit things to us, or just want to put a night on or anything like that. So always get in touch if you've got any ideas, give us a shout, you know. But yeah, I love from Louise who co-curate the exhibition.
Hey, I know quite a few people in the room, but my name is Louise Kershaw. I co-run Nico Ditch with Dean, and also run Instigate Arts CIC. It's a community interest company that I established to instigate positive social change through arts production and participation. We recently relaunched. When I set up the CIC 10 years ago, the idea was to get the voices that need to be heard, I champion marginalised voices, into the places that need to hear them. So I did a lot of things like Manchester Art Gallery takeovers, People History Museum takeovers, getting voices into the city centre. The landscape has changed, we're all part of that changing landscape, and so now I'm really quite passionate about decentralising that power actually, and building culture out in the boroughs as a first model, and that applies everywhere, I think. So this exhibition initiated because back in around February, I think it was, I can't remember, I've got no brain for dates, but we did a call out from Nico Ditch, which was basically like, look, we've got this space, are there any creatives out there who want to run workshops, host a night, any artists, whatever? And we had a really brilliant response. On the visual art side, there was a number of artists working in a certain area where we were like, there's almost an exhibition that's curated itself just from artists that are working across the same sort of themes. And that makes sense because we're all having the same sort of experience on a localised and a global level. So it makes sense that we're kind of responding with certain thoughts. And so that initiated the idea behind Beyond the Frame. There were a couple of pieces that started it. I could honestly talk in a lot of detail about all of the work in here, but I know that everyone's sort of quite buzzy with meeting each other, and there's lots of wonderful conversations to be had between us all. So I'll just give you kind of a bit of a crux of the meaning behind it, and then you can enjoy it yourself. And if anybody wants a more specific tour, I'm more than happy to give it. If you want to come in another time, or you work with any groups where you want to sort of do that kind of thing, just let me know. But beyond the frame, because there was two artists who submitted when we did that initial call out. One was Parham here, who is an artist that I work with when I used to work at home in Manchester. And they sent over this video. Now, I worked with Parham when I was at home, and I curated an exhibition of their artwork. All the artwork that you can see here that they're burning, I've worked with them to curate this. We've discussed the themes in the work, we've curated a show, and they had a show. And then in response to everything that's going on in the world, specifically in Gaza, they were really, really struck by, as an artist, what can I do? What does any of this mean? And the impetus to sort of burn all of their work, to kind of go, look, the image means nothing. The image has been taken away from us. And the thing that struck me when they sent in this piece of work was, the first feeling was, oh my God, don't burn your work. And then I was like, I never even respond to that if I see anything on the news or on social, because I am numb to it now. So I thought that's quite a striking thing to do, that it made me go, ugh, in a way that when I see the news, I don't respond anymore, because I can't. Because as sensitive beings, we can't remain that sensitive and see that much stuff. And so I thought there's something in that, you know, and we did this call out, which was like, you know, all of us are on our phones, and it's like you see atrocities and then a corgi on a skateboard, and that's before you put the kettle on. What is this doing to us, you know, how do people feel about it? And the work that was submitted, it was brilliant. I'm a curator, it's one of my biggest passions, but it sort of curated itself, the way that people are responding to that sort of impetus. In contrast to this, a piece of work here on the back wall is by an artist called Trey England Shaw. Now, this piece of work, she's an artist who is disillusioned the same as Parham. She also has chickens, she lives in Whalley Range, and she sells eggs. And she has a box, an honesty box at the front of her house. Someone kept buying eggs and noticed that her house seemed a bit arty and left a note. And these two women started to have a chat back and forth, and they were like, oh, I'm an artist. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. Neither have I, I'm in recovery, my head's fucked up. And they just started to talk, they exchanged numbers, and then what they did was said, right, let's set each other like goals, make a piece of artwork, it's got to fit in an egg box. They've never met, but it was something that kept them both going. And I thought, that's brilliant. You've got here somebody's burning their work in it, what can I do? And then here you've got people going, make work, what can I do? And then between it all, there's like, you know, there's textile, there's acrylic, there's photography. We called it Beyond the Frame, from Tameside to Tehran. I always like to think up a really long-winded, arty tagline, and fortunately I didn't do it on this one because no one ever gets it and it's not useful. But from Tameside to Tehran, because when we did the call out, literally we had submissions from Tameside to Tehran, and you're like, so there's something brilliant too about our connections on the internet, because between our networks we had those submissions and everyone was talking about the same story somehow. There's a photography selection over there on the bottom row by Sadet Kadayeti, and it's called Cool Breeze Above the Hills, and it's the hills around Tehran. And what I love about that is, like, we have an idea in our mind about war and what it looks like in other places, and then here we are at home. And his submission was basically just like these beautiful, soft, sort of quite bodily, hilly sort of landscapes. And all it said in the submission was, I remember how hard it was to climb the hills as a young lad. And I'd always get up, my dad was like, going hiking, I'd get up to the top, and I'd be like out of breath, and then we'd be up the top, and then it was like cool breeze above the hills. And I'm like, I love the ownership of landscape in that sense, but the fact that he knew that it made sense in this call out was lovely. And then by contrast, Alan Bentley, is it? Yeah, sorry for names, Alan Bentley. And his is the middle set there, and he's from Mosley, a former paparazzi photographer, and one of his photographs became quite iconic when it was like, you know, there was the fires on the moors, and his wife is walking down the streets in Mosley with a gas mask on and carrying the shopping bags. And there's something of that contrast between the places that we are here and the places that are far away, and our perceptions of safety and our perceptions of danger, and the fact that we're all kind of people. Of course we're people. We're all having a similar thought and experience somehow. Yeah, like I say, it was something that curated itself. I would love to talk more.
I think you should do it. I think it's really good.
Well, another thing that I was really pleased about, like I say, about the variety of submissions. So we've got artists who are really kind of like advanced in their career, in the sense that, you know, they can't make the opening because unfortunately they're being exhibited in a number of places, they're giving talks, etc. And then we've got an artist who submitted the first piece of artwork they've ever made. It's turned out to be one of the most popular. It's a regular in the pub, and when they passed it over to me, I was about to serve them a drink and they just went, that's my piece. And they don't really want to be known for what they're doing. And I'm like,
I didn't even know who he was. I knew him as a regular here, but I didn't know who the artist was other than you see him regularly. You'll know him when you see him. He was just in and he left about 20 minutes with him with his two daughters.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's him.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
literally ran out quickly, I think, he could probably use that in seven.
Linking to the idea of having a contemporary art space in the centre of Ashton and Line. I don't believe some of those artists would have submitted if there'd have been a call out in city centre spaces. And I really, really like the accessibility of that. I also like the brilliance of artists who are exhibiting in city centre spaces who are going, I want to be part of that. Because it's not about the fame or the glamour or the name of it. It's about a good idea. And that's what I think the crux of things is a good idea and us connecting on a good idea. And that's where community and understanding and things build from. You know, when I said that this sort of curated itself, sometimes you can program things heavily and it doesn't necessarily work. That's why from the Nico Ditches as a venue, it's always like, it's open doors. If people have ideas of things you want to try, come to us and let's try it. You know, because I just think that actually the organic way of doing things is where it actually takes root. A theme within this, which is just the curator's sort of take on it, is like mushrooms and mycelium and connections. you know, the internet is almost like the sort of digital mycelium. Does it work for you? Will it heal you? Will it harm you? How will we use these things? How can we use these things together? So hopefully this exhibition opens up those ideas. I really hope you enjoy the work. There's some artists in here this evening who've got work exhibited.
Actually, one more thing as well, just to thank Hannah as well in the culture team in Ashton, because you supported us with this exhibition and there's the events that you're running and every month. There's no established networks outside this, it's at least this far out.
We've been really fortunate with the support that we've had from the creative team here in Tameside, supporting us just like with a grant to pay for paint and pay for extensions. We had a bit of an issue with the lighting, so I've gone for that kind of New York loft vibe. So that's the aesthetic that we like. But no, the support is like hugely appreciated, and that's why it's nice to have everybody here tonight. There's a nice concentration of all of us with our ideas. So please explore the exhibition. If you're all having a good chat, come back anytime. The exhibition is open when we're open, which is like Wednesday to Sunday. If you want to do something, just get in touch. We're really open to everybody's ideas. And yeah, thank you very much for all being here. So cheers.
And that's a wrap from the Tameside Creative Network's final gathering of the year. So many voices, so much talent, and so much proof that creativity doesn't just live in the city centers, it lives right here. If you saw yourself in this episode, this space is for you. And if you're a creative still finding your footing, keep showing up. Rooms like this change everything. Hit the like button if you felt the energy, subscribe if you're building something of your own, and drop me a comment telling me what you're working on next. This is the Epic Vision podcast. Real people, real stories. See you on the next one.